Hi, everyone, and welcome to Building Skills and Understanding Careers. My name is Brian Rose, and I'm part of the VCU Business Career Services staff. And today, we'll be presenting a basic overview of what you need to know to get your career started, especially for financial technology majors. We'll refer to the major as FinTech going forward. We'll cover our services at BCS, which are available online this semester, as we're recording this in the fall of 2020. We'll also talk about how to get involved and build skills as a FinTech major, the most common FinTech job titles and where to search for them, and lastly, how to set up an appointment with BCS anytime that you'd like. So now that we have a roadmap, let's go ahead and get started. First up is an overview of our services here at Business Career Services. If you don't know us already, our physical location is in B1102 in Sneed Hall, right around the corner from Bleecker Street Cafe. But for this semester, we're offering all of our services virtually, which means appointments, programs, and career fairs are all online. Our one-on-one appointments can cover literally anything related to your career search, from reviewing resumes and cover letters to job searching and career exploration, right up to practicing interviews and accepting job offers. You can also make appointments with us about setting up your LinkedIn profile, using Handshake, or even grad school if that's something you are thinking about pursuing. Some programs we run, outside of one-on-ones are the Monday morning This Week in Sneed Hall emails, electronic resume review using our new software called VMock, posting jobs and internships in Handshake, using VCU BizConnect as a way to connect with alumni in the business community, as well as our fancy new YouTube playlist that has videos just for you about any topic, including a series on job searching during COVID-19. Lastly, but definitely not least, we have our career fairs every semester, which are being held virtually for this semester. Being held virtually this year. The Fall 2020 Fair was on September 15th, and there were 59 organizations that attended with 107 group sessions and 897 one-on-one sessions between company reps and students. If you've attended fairs before, you know that you're walking around amidst hundreds of employers and students. And those experiences are really productive, but we saw that this virtual format allowed for what we believe to be even another level of intentionality, where students and employers got to have 10-minute one-on-one conversations over video. We encourage you to participate in these fairs going forward by signing up and booking group and one-on-one sessions with employers ahead of time. All right, so next up, let's talk about some things you can specifically do as a FinTech major to really amplify your experience while you're in school. We've put together in 3 buckets here: on campus, on your own, and through internships. And so just so you know, we have a one-page summary of this presentation in the resources section on Handshake, and those all have hyperlinks for all of these items for you so that you can go back and access these learning opportunities and access directly the websites where they're housed. So for on-campus opportunities, the first thing we highly suggest you to do is to join the FinTech Club and the Financial Management Association. Outside of the fact that they're a great time to spend learning and growing with peers, they're phenomenal networking opportunities in school and after school. There are organizations that aim to develop and bring together those in the finance industry and help you network with employers through various events. Next, we have SMIP. SMIP stands for Student Managed Investment Portfolio. This organization is great for any FinTech student, but even more so for the FinTech student who's looking to get involved with investments and trading. Students in SMIP research and make group decisions on investment opportunities with thousands of dollars of real money every semester. There's an application and interview process every semester, so be sure to be on top of that. When getting involved in any club, we encourage you to think strategically about how those positions are linked to your career. A treasurer or finance chair position is a great way to build some transferable skills and to have on your resume. It's important to realize, any leadership position in any club is a good experience that employers look well on. But if you can be even more strategic and try and get that different level of experience with treasurer or finance and make a real impact in your organization through those opportunities, then we really encourage you to do that. If you've done particularly well in some of your early classes, we also encourage you to look into becoming a TA and/or a tutor for math, accounting, or finance classes. Be sure to pursue those opportunities both through conversation with your professors, but also the Campus Learning Center and Studio BE. And then one of the last things we have on here is the Money Spot. So the Money Spot is a student-driven financial planning organization. You'll be trained to meet with students to discuss their finances and develop budgeting systems with them. It's another great opportunity to gain some experience. So for the On Your Own section, there are a number of ways to build your technical skills and also to be more aware of the finance and fintech industry at large. First is engaging with the Bloomberg Terminal and completing the Bloomberg Terminal certification. Both are free to students, and so the Bloomberg Terminal is used by financial institutions and corporations all over the world to make critical decisions about risk, investments, and markets. And again, it's free to you as students, so take advantage. You also have other opportunities to make your technical, fintech skills even stronger through platforms like LinkedIn Learning and Cognitive Class. There are others as well, but these are free ways to pinpoint your skills and the ones that you'd like to develop and pursue, all the while getting some free certifications and badges along the way. You're developing some amazing technical skills in the classroom, and these are ways to develop even more. From Tableau to Stata to Hadoop, these free learning opportunities are there for you. Then you'll see down towards the bottom of the middle part of On Your Own, you simply have getting more involved day to day in the fintech and finance marketplace. If you listen to podcasts, you'll enjoy Seeking Alpha a lot. It houses thousands of recordings of CEO quarterly earning calls. You can literally listen to Nike's CEO going over all the financials of their last quarter. Also with CNBC, any politics aside, you have Opening Bell, Squawk Box, and Closing Bell, and as always, the Wall Street Journal. And so again, to drive the point home, when you're writing your cover letter, when you're in an interview, when you're delivering your elevator pitch, how are you showing that you're hungry to work in this industry? It's by going the extra mile with things like this. So lastly, internships are the most common and go-to ways we think of gaining quote-unquote experience in the field. Internships can be paid or unpaid depending on where you look, but most internships are paid and settle around $15 to $20 an hour. Internships usually run a full semester, so fall, spring, or summer, and can average between 10 and 20 hours a week during the school year. If completed over the summer, they range 20 to 40 hours per week, especially if you aren't taking classes or you're in a different location other than Richmond. So one thing I like to talk about is that some of us aren't going to be able to pursue internships, and that sort of is what it is. So whether it's financial reasons, timeline, or anything else, we're not going to be able to pursue them. So how can you think creatively? Obviously, we went over some on your own and on-campus opportunities to develop your skills that you should look into, but think about what you're currently doing. Is there a small business that a family member or family friend owns that needs some help with accounting duties and or organizing their financials? Are you volunteering in your community in some way and that organization needs similar help? Oftentimes you can build some experiences outside of internships as well. This doesn't discount how helpful and important internships are. They are quite important, but we need to also be willing to think and act creatively to get experience. So are you a hostess or waitress or waiter or bartender at a locally owned restaurant, and your boss or the owner might need your technical skill and might need your background of fintech and finance and accounting, and you can contribute that, and you can put those contributions on your resume, and they can make a big difference as how employers see you. So it's not internship or bust. Now again, we want to help you get internships, but we just like to talk about that piece as well. So if we're thinking about internships, we're then also going to want to talk about some of the most common entry-level job titles for FinTech students and kind of what those buckets, job families also fall into. We've broken them up into a few categories. So one being general analyst and actuarial roles, and two being investments and trading roles. So first, if you're wanting to pursue a career as an actuary, you'll likely want to complete 2 of the 6 exams by the end of your senior year to get into an entry-level actuary position. So be sure to talk to your career coaches, academic advisors, and faculty members about that, if that's of interest. Then when you get to the financial, business, and data analyst space in that sort of general analyst and actuarial column there, once you get into that financial, business, and data analyst space, you're talking about typically lending your data analysis expertise to making business decisions. So your company is considering this, insert this decision, insert this action here, and so you're evaluating, what are the risks, what are the costs, what are the operational hurdles. Then in the middle here we have, investments and trading. On the investments and trading side, you're obviously getting more, niche into the day-to-day data analytics and decision making in the investments and trading industry. And so to start, as a portfolio manager for a bank or investment company, you're tying the needs of your client to investment strategy. As an investment risk, equity, and credit risk analyst, you start getting into the data analysis space, helping the portfolio managers make informed decisions. Credit risk analysts specifically ensuring that whatever person or company involved in the transaction is, sort of in layman's terms, good for it, right? So employers listed here on the right are the common employers of our students. These are just an example, but from the Fed to Capital One, these companies employ a high number of our FinTech students. Again, there are so many great companies out there employing our FinTech students, but these are just to name a few. Also, we've made videos like these for each one of our majors to customize, your next steps based off of each major and things to get involved in with each major. But I also encourage you to watch the finance major presentation as well, these particular sections, just to get, more insight into, other opportunities that could be there for you, because you can really do both. So there might be some roles and opportunities that fit your needs and interests as well. So where do you go about searching for jobs? These 3 websites are really your main place to go: Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed. Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed all have highly customizable filtering tools that allow you to locate jobs and internships you're interested in. You can also make appointments with business career coaches to specifically go over job searching and using these platforms. Which brings me to my next slide: how to make appointments. So if you log into Handshake, you'll see a toolbar at the top that looks a lot like this one up here. You'll want to click Career Center, and then you'll choose School of Business Career Services. And then you kind of have 2 different appointments. Practice interview is an hour-long appointment, and then career coaching is anything and everything. And then to kind of, get more specific, we have our pre-survey. So typically you'll choose career coaching if it's not a practice interview. You'll choose career coaching, and then you'll go into here to our pre-survey and choose specifically what you want to talk about. And then you'll want to make sure, obviously, you choose the correct day and time for you, and then click a couple buttons, and now you've scheduled an appointment. Super simple. So you'll get a confirmation email from Handshake so that you won't forget about the appointment, so make sure you pay attention to that. So some other contact information that you should probably know is that, like I mentioned at the beginning, our physical location is B1102, but we're taking appointments through Zoom and phone anytime, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can call us at the number listed right there, or drop us an email at buscareer@vcu.edu. Our website is easily found using this web address, or honestly, you can just Google VCU Business Career Services. And then lastly, you can follow us on social media here at Sneed Life. It's a combined social media account, which is really great. Academic Advising, our office, OSE, the Office of Student Engagement is what that stands for, and Studio BE all share the same Instagram handle. So you'll get a lot of good information and programming and support from there. And so that is it for me in this presentation. Thanks for listening. Truly working with students is easily our most favorite part of the job, so don't hesitate to get in touch. I say this at every presentation. If you don't remember anything else from this presentation, just remember we care a lot about you and just want to help you be successful. So we hope you all have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to be excellent to each other. We'll see you soon.